Hey everybody, welcome to drinknectar.com. I'm your host, Josh Wade, and this is the internet's place to explore the 5 senses of coffee and wine. Tonight, I'm excited to be able to participate in a very cool event, the brainchild of swirlsmellslurp.com, affectionately known as him and her over there. You've got to check out their website. They're doing great stuff, but the concept is brilliant. The concept is to taste through wines from all 50 states, and they're going to blog about it. They have already started with Pennsylvania with one wine dude, and they're moving across the state, and I'm sure they'll be reaching out to bloggers from all 50 states because wine grows in all 50 states of the United States. So I'm excited and honored that they would choose me to help represent Washington State. The challenge is we've got to find wine that's available where they're at in California, as well as available for reasonable prices here where I'm at. And we were able to locate a few that I'm excited to try. We've got a Riesling from Seven Hills, and then we also have a Charles Smith Wines Merlot, the Velvet Devil. So if you're watching this, make sure you're participating in Bois Merlot on March 25th, 2010 from 5 to 7. There's a plug. But we're going to jump in and pass on my tasting notes to swirlsmellslurp.com. You've got to check out our site. It's hip, it's trendy, it's urban, all those things I'm sure they're attempting to be. This first wine that we're going to check out is the Seven Hills Riesling. This is Columbia Valley 2008 100% Riesling. Let's give it a swirl. Very light golden color. You can just tell by the viscosity of this that it might be a little on the sweeter side. There is no indicator on the label like they're going to start to see in the near future. Let's give it a sniff. It's bright, very bright and citrusy is kind of the first thing that comes out. Then you have some aromas of like perfume, some white floral components in there. Kind of reminds me of some Hawaiian flowers, plumeria or something in there. So let's give it a sip. All right, it's definitely like a sweeter, off sweet, medium sweet, we'll say on the side, on the sweetness meter. Comes across your mouth. It's actually got a great coating on your mouth. You know, viscosity is pretty thick and weighted in there. Nice finish on the back end, nothing overwhelming. The acidity is nice. I guess overall it's just a good balanced Riesling in there if you like on the sweeter side of your Rieslings. Not overly sweet, so don't be scared by me saying sweet. It's just on the moderately sweet side of a Riesling. It's $14. I think I picked it up for $12 at a local store. You may be able to find it for a little less depending on where you're shopping. So all in all, actually, I'm very impressed with that wine, and I'll have to pass on my notes to swirlsmellslurp.com and see what they come up with. The next one we have, as I mentioned, is the Velvet Devil Merlot, the recognizable label from Charles Smith Wines. They also have the Boom Boom Syrah, the Kung Fu Riesling that you may see out there. This is 100% Washington Merlot. Rock on Merlot, you're making a comeback, and I hope to see more and more of you in the future. Give this a swirl. It's cherry red, ruby cherry red in there. Slightly translucent and not super thick and inky like a Syrah. Let's give it the sniff. Very good cocoa aroma coming out of there. You got a subtle oakiness that's in this wine. That's basically I'm being overwhelmed by the cocoa in there. It just smells slightly cherry, so like a cherry cocoa that you would get. I'm really looking forward to the sip. Okay, so it's slightly thin on the very front, but as you let it come across all of your mouth, you definitely pick up the cherry fruit in there, kind of a bright cherry fruit, and then the cocoa and the oakiness definitely presents itself as well in there. You know, it's not multi-dimensional, multifaceted, but it has what it is offering. It's offering very well. The finish is indeed velvety smooth. There's not a lot of tartness. You're not puckering your tongue on the back end for the tannic structure. Excellent sipping wine, as I would expect all sexy Merlots to be. So life is always meant to be enjoyed with friends. I encourage you to grab a glass or a bottle of Merlot or Riesling or whatever wine that you particularly care for. Open it up, grab some friends, and drink happy.